Hello, friends, and welcome back to another episode of the Juicebox Podcast. In every episode of Bolus 4, Jenny Smith and I are going to take a few minutes to talk through how to bolus for a single item of food. Jenny and I are going to follow a little bit of a roadmap called Meal Bolt. Measure the meal, evaluate yourself, add the base units, layer a correction, build the bolus shape, offset the timing, look at the CGM, tweak for next time. Having said that, these episodes are going to be very conversational and not incredibly technical. We want you to hear how we think about it, but we also would like you to know that this is kind of the pathway we're considering while we're talking about it. So while you might not hear us say every letter of Meal Bolt in every episode, we will be thinking about it while we're talking. If you want to learn more, go to juiceboxpodcast.com/meal-bolt. But for now, we'll find out how to bolus for today's subject. Nothing you hear on the Juicebox Podcast should be considered advice, medical or otherwise. Always consult a physician before making any changes to your healthcare plan. All right, Jenny, you get to pick the food this time. What's a food you want to talk about how to bolus for?
Oh my gosh.
What do people struggle with?
We did cereal.
Mm-hmm.
We did those silly little, like muffin bite things.
Oh yeah, the chocolate chip muffin bites. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. We did those. I think one that I get a lot of questions about are, let's call them granola bars, but there's a very large group of things that I think would fit into that. You've got power bars, you've got like, you know what I mean? But that grouping of bars, let's just call it.
All right. So give me one name brand that I can look up so I can get some baseline numbers for it.
What's an easy one?
Kind bars?
Kind bars are a weird one. We could do kind bars. The other one I'm trying to think of, though, is more of a squishy, like it's a typical granola bar.
Okay.
Not Nutri-Grain, because those are a little bit different, too. What's the most common brand?
Nature Valley? Oh.
Nature Valley. There you go.
Or the Quaker Chewy ones? Is that the one you're thinking of?
Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of.
I bet you this is the one that people give to their kids.
Yes.
All right. You want to do Quaker Chewy chocolate chip?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Quaker Chewy chocolate chip.
I mean, the amount of bars that are available out in the world today, it really is astounding. They're almost an entire aisle at the grocery store.
No kidding. Yep.
Right?
Absolutely.
And they come in assorted. Like, this is a bar, and this is like a fiberful bar, and this is a protein-full bar. Like, you just like stand in the aisle for 45 minutes, and then you never get one.
Trying to figure out which is which. All right. I've got the nutrition information here.
Awesome.
For it. For the, let me be clear, the Quaker Chewy granola bars chocolate chip.
There you go.
All right. I have total fat, 3.5 grams.
So not high fat.
Not high fat. Oh, carbs, 17.
Mm-hmm.
Total sugar, 7.
Mm-hmm.
Protein, 1 gram.
So pretty much we're looking at what? Just a carbohydrate-based effect. Right? Pretty low fat and virtually no protein. And you're really looking at about half of the total carbs coming from sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Approximately.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, even the fat might be mostly from the chocolate, right?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
I don't know what else. If there's like palm oil or something in them, I don't even know.
Whole grain oats, brown sugar, brown rice crisp, which seems to be whole grain brown rice flour, sugar, and salt.
Mm-hmm.
Whole grain wheat, soybean oil, coconut, whole wheat flour, baking soda, soy lecithin, non-fat dry milk, semi-sweet chocolate chips, which are sugar, chocolate liqueur, cocoa butter, soy lecithin, vanilla extract, and then there's corn syrup. Wow. Then the brown rice crisps, whole grain brown rice flour, sugar, salt, invert sugar, corn syrup solids, glycerin, soybean oil. Holy crap.
Like how many sugar? So you can see, this is going to be a hard hit, quick hit.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it's almost 50% sugar by the amount of total carb. And how many sources of sugar in that carbohydrate, grain, as well as added sugar can you count?
Wait,
a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I'm sorry. I got a little lost for a second because I don't eat these.
Yeah.
I just thought like, what could be in this? Like some nuts and like
some oats and some chocolate chips and maybe some honey.
No.
I don't know.
Glycerin, sorbitol, molasses, natural flavor. I love that they call something natural flavor.
Yeah, natural flavor is a host of the who knows. And sometimes even for those who have a lot of allergy-based things, when you call the company to ask about it, many times the company won't even tell you what is in their natural flavor because it's either proprietary or it's a host of things that are just chemical based.
Well, here they say natural flavors are obtained from essences or extracts of sources found in nature. In nature. By the way, everything's found in nature, such as spice, fruit, vegetable, yeast, herb, plant material, meat, seafood, poultry, eggs, dairy products.
There could be chicken extract in these Quaker granola bars.
Enjoy your chewy chocolate chip bar. I'm really stunned by that. I know maybe I shouldn't be at this point, but like.
So this was a fun one to bring up.
Yeah, because I just thought like, wait, hold on a second. What if I said to the internet, I'm just going to go to Google, how do I make homemade chocolate chip? What do I want to call it?
Granola bar.
Granola bar? Okay, hold on a second. Granola bar. Oh, okay. So here's a recipe that just pops up. I'm just going to click on the first one that pops up because I'm not really making them. These look nice. Butter, honey, brown sugar, quick cooking oats, crispy rice cereal, vanilla, mini chocolate chips. Okay.
Right? And where are all of those fancy ingredients that you really tried hard reading and then you got lost?
Lecithin. Am I even saying that right? Forget it. I don't even care.
You are. Yeah, lecithin. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So how do we bolus? Do you think you would bolus differently for this handmade one than you would for the one in the store? Or maybe
I would think that they're both fairly high glycemic.
Okay.
Right? I mean, the ingredients, even in the homemade one, are pretty much all carbohydrate.
Okay.
And so in terms of like building your bolus idea, you know the nutrition facts. Even if you were trying to be more choosy about ingredients and you were going to go the more homemade route, you can easily break a recipe down, add up all the carbs, how many bars did it make, divide that into how many grams of carb went into the recipe. There you've got the nutrition facts. It's pretty easy breakdown, right? But you would build the bolus idea the same way. You know how much carb is in it. We've already talked about it doesn't have a heck of a lot of fat to consider. There's virtually no protein in it. Glycemic impact or glycemic, even the load, if you're eating 3 of them at a time versus just 1 of them at a time. But most people have 1, right?
Right.
So the impact is probably pretty high glycemic. I would assume somewhere over 70 on the index. And then what do? We evaluate, where are we? What's our setting? What are we going to do after this? What have we been doing to... Do
you think people eat these in the morning? Or maybe even like is coming in from the running around snacks too, maybe? They
may be bringing them around, along. It's something easy to pop into a backpack or a purse or a bag as a sort of an in-between. I don't think anybody's really using this as a meal replacement because it truly is not. It's not mixed enough nutrient, but these are definitely heavily used as snacks.
Yeah. I just think my imagination is that people are like, oh no, I thought it's good. Like it's granola, but with like a little chocolate in it so that it's not like that at all. Jeez.
It's not like that at all.
Okay. No. So we evaluate where we are. We've measured the meal. We evaluate where we are, blood sugar, activity, stress, etc. Do the math.
Yep.
Does this need an extended bolus? No, right? No. Just
not at all.
Up front, we're going to give some insulin for this. You like a 10, 15 minute pre-bolus if you could?
I would say, given the fact that this is almost 50% sugar or carbohydrate,
15, 20.
Again, knowing where you are blood sugar wise, where you're headed, could be, I'd say, a minimum of a 15-minute pre-bolus if you're starting in a place that's a blood sugar that's your target, or even dropping. Even if you're dropping, unless you're truly low, you're definitely still going to need a pre-bolus, probably 5 or 10 minutes for this to get that insulin moving.
This thing's longer
if you're
fast.
high.
It's going to kick pretty fast. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then to look at your CGM to kind of check the curve of what's going on later, maybe it's not even an hour, right? Like,
oh, right.
Yeah. You want to know pretty soon. You're going to know in the first, I would think 20 minutes if you missed on getting ahead of this or not.
On pre-bolus timing. Yeah. Exactly. And then the watch time period, the evaluation time period is, okay, I can see I'm rising 20 minutes later, but where is my bolus going to kick in to hit along with now the digesting carbs?
Yeah.
So you really do have to be patient and say, okay, it's an hour now. I went up a little higher than I want, but gosh, at hour 90 minutes, I'm not rising anymore. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty flat. And now my blood sugar is coming back down. So it just gives you details about my timing might need to be better later.
Do you think this is a quick hitter that goes away, or does it have a tail?
It shouldn't really have a tail. Again, I mean, I can't imagine that there's more than, 2 or 3 grams of fiber in one of these bars? Maybe 3 grams?
Dietary fiber 1.
Oh, whoa, I was even overestimating, giving them more credit than...
Jenny's like, maybe put some fiber in food once in a while.
I was hoping for more fiber, but no. And I asked that because it might be a lingering effect if it was more of a high fiber, kind of like, another bar that's commonly used or used to be at least was like the Fiber One products. They've got Fiber One bars. Their fiber content is actually pretty considerable. Mm-hmm. And so the stretch out effect of those could be a slowdown in initial hit, but a lingering impact.
Okay.
Whereas this bar, it's going to be an in and out, your typical bell curve up, down. And if you know your bolus ratio and you've timed it, it should get you back to target pretty well.
You want to hear something interesting? The handmade one that I clicked on for the recipe has a nutritional breakdown. It says it gives calories and as 176 kcal. Carbohydrates 29. I don't know how big they're saying the bar is though. Protein 3 grams, fat 6, saturated fat 4, sodium. Actually, it's funny. Like on paper, this thing
Quaker looks better because it's probably a much smaller bar.
I'm going to guess that's what's happening too here, because this one also has 2 grams of fiber. But what's the serving size? Let me see if I can figure out serving size.
Yeah, you'd have to compare gram weight, because most labels have the gram weight next to the serving size for the product on labels.
Yeah.
In recipes, it's harder to find.
So it says that the recipe makes 10 bars, but it doesn't give me... It's not going to tell me how big the serving size is.
Yeah, my guess is that this bar is like twice the size of the grocery store.
Well, yeah. And nutritionally, if it's saying the calories are 176 versus the calories in the Quaker one, which is listed as 100.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's a little, Oh, 8.84 ounce bars.
That's a big bar.
No, the Quaker one, you get 8 in a box, 0.84 ounces. Is that right? It's not even an ounce? What are you paying for?
These are pretty tiny bars.
How the hell?
Again, and as a snack component, I think that it brings a bigger piece to the discussion now that people know how to expect to bolus for it, right? I'm choosing this for a snack. It's got a really quick hit in and out. And is it going to hold me until my next meal? Very likely not. In fact, we know that eating higher carb things alone, often their in and out effect means you're going to be hungry sooner than you want to be.
Yep.
So planning something that's a little bit higher in protein content or a little bit more even in overall nutrients.
Right.
Things like an example would be like an RX bar. It's got somewhere between 20 and 24 grams of carb per bar. It's got 3 to 5 simple ingredients that are all food. Mm-hmm. They're real food. They tend to have somewhere between 8 and 12 grams of protein and similar for fat. So they really are a good mix of those macronutrients. They're not going to leave you hungry an hour from now.
This Quaker Chewy bar is a sweet treat masquerading as a health food.
Oh, 100%. It's like it's a candy bar, essentially.
Right. Okay.
And many of the granola bars that are on the market today are entirely a candy bar in disguise.
Yeah. No. Okay. It's not a thing we eat here. So I didn't really know much about them until I was looking at them. But wow, you get almost 8. I don't know how much these cost, but you're not even going to get 8 ounces of bars. I wonder how much they do cost. Give me a half a second, because I'm completely enamored with this idea. Wow. I'm on Amazon.
It was a box of 6. Is that the typical size?
That one said 8, but like,
8. Okay.
I'm looking here for here it is. This one has 16 bars in it for $5. Oh, there's the other side of it. It's cheap, huh? It feels inexpensive.
Wow, that is real. 16 bars for $5.
Oh, yeah. Actually, it's calling it a value pack. I guess they give you 2 extra ones in there too.
Wow, that is inexpensive.
What is it saying on the front? 25% less sugar than regular chocolate chip or peanut butter chocolate chip flavor. What? I don't know what everybody's saying. Please try to make your own food if you can. I know it's hard and it's expensive and everything, but like these episodes are really just taking all my hope away. So
you're taking your hope away for what's on the market.
Yeah, I look at these nutritional like what is happening? I'm down to 3 things I can eat. All right, Jenny, thank you so much.
Thank you.
In each episode of the Bolus 4 series, Jenny, Smith, and I are going to pick one food and talk through the bolusing for that food. We hope you find it valuable. Generally speaking, we're going to follow a bit of a formula, the meal bolt formula, MEALBOLT. You can learn more about it at juiceboxpodcast.com/meal-bolt. But here's what it is. Step 1, M, measure the meal. E, evaluate yourself. A, add the base units. L, layer a correction. B, build the bolus shape. O, offset the timing. L, look at the CGM. And T, tweak for next time. In a nutshell, we measure our meal. Total carbohydrates, protein, fat, consider the glycemic index and the glycemic load. And then we evaluate yourself. What's your current blood sugar, how much insulin's on board, and what kind of activity are you going to be involved in or not involved in? Do you have any stress, hormones, illness? What's going on with you? Then A, we add the base units. Your carbs divided by insulin to carb ratio, just a simple bolus. L, layer a correction, right? Do you have to add or subtract insulin based on your current blood sugar? Build the bolus shape. Are we going to give it all up front, 100% for a fast digesting meal, or is there going to be like a combo or a square wave bolus? Does it have to be extended? Offset the timing. This is about pre-bolusing. Does it take a couple of minutes this meal, or maybe 20 minutes? Are we going to have to again consider combo square wave boluses and meals? Figure out the timing of that meal. And then L, look at the CGM. An hour later, was there a fast spike? 3 hours later, was there a delayed rise? 5 hours later, is there any lingering effect from fat and protein? Tweak. Tweak for next time. T. What did you eat? How much insulin and when? What did your blood sugar curve look like? What would you do next time? This is what we're going to talk about in every episode of Bolus 4. Measure the meal, evaluate yourself, add the base units, layer a correction, build the bolus shape, offset the timing, look at the CGM, tweak for next time. But it's not going to be that confusing, and we're not going to ask you to remember all of that stuff. But that's the pathway that Jenny and I are going to use to speak about each bolus. Hey, thanks for listening all the way to the end. I really appreciate your loyalty and listenership. Thank you so much for listening. I'll be back very soon with another episode of the Juicebox Podcast. The episode you just heard was professionally edited by Wrong Way Recording. WrongWayRecording.com.